Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back today. I just want to give some free tips on how to use the Fibonacci tool. Now I do have an advanced Fib Master tool that I designed, and I'm going to go through a bunch of these workhorses. I have 9 of them here, and I'm going to show you on this particular day, April the 7th, how you can use Fibonacci to grab many pips. Now I did put together a FibMaster full course that shows you exactly how to trade this Fibonacci tool. So I'm going to start with this EURUSD. You basically just go swing pivot low to swing pivot high. Can be here or here, it's not a big deal. Wherever you go. Now, as a general rule, when it comes back to the entry 1, 2, or 3, usually, for sure, very high percentage will hit at least minimum target 2. And of course, I put in, as I built it, all the way up to target 10. So if you did take the trade around entry 1 right here, to this point was 94 pips and up to here is 110 pips. And you can aim for different targets as long as the indicators down at the bottom are suggesting you to stay in the trade. I teach all of these advanced tips and tricks within the FibMaster full course. Let's take a look at the pound CAD. Now, if you remember from today's date earlier, April the 7th, the pound was very weak. It was much less than even 10%, and that is a bus driver. More than enough to push it a lot of pips, as you can see within the blue box here. This pound CAD went 84 pips today. So if we put the Fib tool on it, it'll be from swing high to the swing pivot low right here. Remember, if it hits 1, 2, or 3 right here, entries, which it does, 3, 2, or 1, there's no right or wrong. You're just going to get in either 1, 2, or 3. Let's go with this midpoint. Stop is like 6 pips. And using this tool today, along with the Pro Scalper, keep in mind that you can put this Fib tool on any trigger system or any system that you have. And it tanked out at target number 9 here with around 76 pips. And then of course the London close or thereabouts, that's why we have the pullback here. And I teach exactly how you can trade this pullback. Everything I'm talking about is within the training course on the FibMaster full course. Moving on to Euro New Zealand. Remember, you could have done this today either right here for London. London's back here, by the way. You could have traded the London. Let's do the London first. Swing low to swing high. London kicks in. Well, let's see. Over here. But I recommend you get in front of the computer 1 or 2 hours before so you can catch the move. So swing low, swing high. It hit entry number 3 right here. So again, either 3, 2, or 1, you're in the trade right here. And if you maxed it out up there, that's 120 pips. Now, let's move this over to the New Yorks. So, swing low is right here. Swing high is right here. Did come back to entry number 1. Entry 1 Once you see a double doji here, you can easily just get in the trade as close to entry 1 as possible. And that run right there is around 47 pips. Now, one of the main reasons why Fibonacci works is that millions of traders use Fibonacci, including one of my trading buddies. He swears by it. And he likes the 61.8% pullback. They're all three of them are good, to be honest. Just watch a little price action around each entry point here. So another excellent trade. Moving on to the pound Swiss here. Remember, the pound pairs was very weak today. So when you know that, you can easily throw the Fibonacci on it. So it'll be a swing point high and a swing point low right there. Now, and then you wait for the pullback. Actually, this Fibonacci will force you to trade what I call the flow of the market. And the flow of the market is it'll do a push and then a pullback, and that's what you're waiting for right here. It hit entry 1 and it hit entry 2 right there. So you're going to get in anywhere around here, and that run right there, even if you put your stop to there, it's 13 pips. That run alone is well over, well, it's 102 pips. Looks like it's still pushing based on the bus driver. Actually, there's two bus drivers here. Both the New Zealand and the pound. I don't recommend doing the pound New Zealand because they're both bus drivers for shorting. That's not a good case. I do teach all of these advanced tips and tricks within the training videos, and of course I will show you what I'm talking about when I get to the pound New Zealand. Moving on to another workhorse. Pound Aussie based on pound weakness. Throw the fib. It's always a swing pivot high to a swing pivot low. Any one of these three will do. And then you're waiting for the pullback right there. Very simple, not complicated. Easy way of trading. Entry 1. Then you're looking for sure very high success rate of hitting at least target 2 minimum, and everything above that, and it did hit target 10. Look at that, eh? Isn't that like magic? Today was a great day of trading in anywhere around here, producing 110 pips. One trade like this with a couple of mini lots will cover for the FibMaster full course. One trade, that's all you need, with maybe 2 mini lots. What did I say that was? That was over 100. So, you know, 2 or 3 mini lots, which is not a lot. You don't need a large account to do 2 or 3 mini lots. I can trade 2 mini lots with a $1,000 account. So you don't need a super large account. And in one trade right there, you can get at least $200. Moving on to the pound yen. Same thing. Swing high, swing low. Came back to target entry 2 right here. You're going to get in between 1 and 2. Let's go right in the middle. And down to here alone is 100 pips again. Isn't that wonderful? Like, you know, 2 mini lots, that's $200. Every day I can find between 5 and 10 trades pumping out 50 to 100 pips and or more, especially on these pound pairs or these workhorses. Let's go to the next pair, pound New Zealand. Once you recognize one is moving, you can trade multiple pairs, which is what I do. swing pivot high, swing pivot low, very clear, very clear. I teach exactly how to do this. It not only hit entry 1, 2, but it did hit entry 3. Let's get in right in the middle. And your stop would be 7 pips. You're risking 7 pips, and again, over 100 pips. It almost hit target 10 here. Love this FibMaster tool. By the way, it took me about 3 months to build it. It was very difficult, very complicated, and it took me quite some time to figure out where it was on the MT4, like where the tool was. Because if you mess it up, you can quickly just copy and paste and put it right back in. Simple, easy to do. Next workhorse, EURCAD. So on this EURCAD, remember, you always have to look from the time you're starting, and then you got to get a high, and then you got to get a low. So this looks pretty good anywhere on this Pro Scalper blue line. So we're going to pull the fib tool from swing low to swing high, came back, and you can see very clearly that's your flow of the market, pull back, hit entry 1, that's as far as it'll go. So you're just going to take the trade, very simple. You're getting buy signals down here, not complicated. Then wait for this little bit of a pullback. You're going to get in right here with a 10 pip stop, and that's like 70 pips. Pretty good, you know. If you do too many lots, that's $140, roughly, of course. Too many lots. Moving right along to the last pair. Remember, we're selling the pound. Could have done the euro pound too, but I never trade the euro pound. But let's see now. Fibonacci, swing high, swing low, very clear. There's your pullback. It hit 1, 2, 3 right here. Getting in anywhere in this area. As soon as this candle maybe turns red, there's your stop, 7 pips. Hit target 10, and that's producing on average around 95 pips. Until eventually the market's not going to go down forever. And look at this pullback. You know, that's why you have to have trade management in order, very important, along with money management. Now, if your trading is not easy as this on a daily basis, you can easily grab the Fib tool, the FibMaster tool from me. And all you got to do is look right below this video. You'll get my contact information along with this FibMaster full course. I do charge $250 for it. I teach how to trade the flow of the market, and this tool forces you to wait for the pullback. That's what I find that most traders are struggling with. They're too impatient. They don't wait for the pullback. And to be honest with you, sometimes I get a little impatient too. But as long as I've got the direction correct, going in the direction of the trend, then, you know, if it comes back, it's not a big deal. It just does like this, comes back a bit, hooks around, and continues with the trend. So my FibMaster full course is 3 gigabytes of training. This FibMaster tool works with all trigger systems. It'll actually work with every system in the world. Fibonacci, it works because of millions of traders who are using it on a daily basis. And as it says here, it will help you to trade the flow of the market. A lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents. That's what you're going to need to succeed trading the markets. And of course, there's a lot of ways to trade, and I do include in this course a lot of different ways to trade. That's why there's 30 training videos, and I threw in 9 bonus videos. And of course, the number one way, of course, the way I love to trade is a great way to trade. And I can actually show you if I move it down. Here's another way. Let's get this right. Swing high. Let's see what that looks like. There it is again, swing high. It doesn't make any difference. You could put it here, you could put it here. There's no right or wrong. As long as it hits 1, 2, or 3, coming around the goal, the moving averages here, you can get in a trade once you see certain kinds of price action like this right here, perfect doji. You can get in right on number 2 here. Stop is right, well, wherever you want to put it, 16 pips. There's no right or wrong, maybe 14 pips. And to the bottom down here is 47 pips. So I showed you where entry 1 would have been up around here, and entry number 2 would have been around this area between 2 and 3. Love the FIB tool, and by the way, by the time it came back here, this did not qualify for a great way to trade, but this does. And this a great example of a great way to trade as what I teach right here. A great way to trade. I show dozens and dozens of trade, many trade examples. You can put it on pause and read the different things that I teach here. Any questions, just pick up the phone and call me. And if you live too far, here's my email. Remember, there's an underscore. If you click on this link, we'll have Skype connection. And through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session. And I'll show you how fantastic that this tool is and how easy it is to trade with. I'll do that free, no obligation. Just pick up, just Skype me. That's all you got to do. And of course, if you click on this link, you'll see 32 screenshots of all the trigger systems I built over the years. So it's time to wrap up this video. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trade, happy trading, and remember, keep yourself and your family safe.